Okay. So I was just kind of searching about what I should, where I should be going. So let's go this way, I think. Ouch. Tella is really getting hurt. He doesn't have very much HP just in general, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's use mostly this, I think. Because we have a lot of it. As fire armor, I believe we can equip that with Cecil. See, yep. That's much better than everything. Okay. I mostly want to use physical attacks. I don't really want to waste my MP because I believe will become important later. Using our MP. Okay, that's good. Awesome, man. Probably mostly be Tella that will be healing too. A lot of experience. Not too bad either. Now we're here. Believe. Let's see. Are there any treasures that we have to get? There's one with an enemy. I can see. I think we just go. Okay, it's just the map that I was looking at is kind of weird, so that's kind of what's confused me. So here, there's an enemy. Let's fight him. Monsters. Flame Dog. So this is where we can use our MP. I do believe. Let's use Cure 3, just in case. Fire. Oh. That's not good. Oh, fuck. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, never mind. Totally gained level. Awesome. And Fire Sword. I think that might be a better sword for us. But let's use... I think, yeah. Let's use one of these. There we go. And any other items? Yeah, I suppose. Okay, I think the Fire Sword is going to be your next bet. Yep, 73 attack. That's worth it. Very much worth it. Call. Yikes. No, 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 no. There we go. Cecil gaining level. Yang gaining level. We're gonna probably level up a lot here. Third floor, so we are steadily going up here. So let's see, are there any big treasures in this area? I don't think so. Nope. We can go either up or down. Might as well just go up. Surprised. Okay, that sucks. Sid gained a level. I think that's enough. Actually, I think the bottom way would have been faster, but oh well. Slime. Okay, so slimes, I believe, cannot be affected by physical attacks. I do believe. So let's test it with Sid. Yep. So I don't really know exactly which one, though. Ice. Nope. Doesn't seem like it's fire either. Let's try lightning. Because if it was fire, the sword would still affect it. Not really either. Maybe it is fire. I don't know. Better not die on me. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's hope that fire will do the trick. Come on. Yep, there he goes. Got some more cures. I've been pretty tired today, actually. So that's why I'm not talking as much as I usually would like. Oh, and there's my dog. My dog gets very excitable. Okay, 4th floor. So I believe. If I'm correct, so there are a few doorways. If I'm correct, the middle one is a safe place, safe spot, which would be good. Surprise! Oh, that's not good. At least these guys can be killed physically, so. And we did it. Just in case, let's do some more cures. And that's good for that. Good for that. That's fine. Leave this Nope. One of these has a save point, and I forgot which one. Okay. The door to the right. I think. Nope, it's the one on the right below. I'm pretty sure. Absolutely dominated. Cecil gained a level. Now what's happening here? So I started thinking about what were the first games that I ever downloaded for the original Wii Virtual Console. And I definitely know the very first game I downloaded for the original Wii Virtual Console was, unsurprisingly, Ocarina of Time. Which, you know, of course, at the time, everybody was claiming to be, like, the best game of all time. And, I don't know if I necessarily agree, but, I did really want to play Zelda. You know, the original Zelda games. That at the time, I hadn't really played, because my very first Zelda game was actually, I believe, was the Wind Waker. I say I believe because, in truth, like, some of the oldest games that I have in my collection, I can tell because, you know, with the blue, with the yellow Player's Choice label on the GameCube, some of that yellow, for some of the games, have kind of turned white. So you can tell those were the oldest games in my library. But in any case, yeah, it could be Four Swords Adventures that was my first Zelda game, I'm not sure. But in any case, so yeah, Ocarina of Time was my very first Zelda, I'm pretty sure. With... what am I saying? I am tired, you know? Ocarina of Time was my first Virtual Console game. I know the original Super Mario Bros. Was up there as one of the very first games I got. Oh, fuck. Surprised. Trying to remember. I think Ice Climber was also one of my first, because I was just really curious as to what Ice Climber is all about. You know, right now I'm actually probably gonna think if I continue, that's actually the way that I need to go. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll come back to the save point. Right now I'm gonna actually use magic. Oh, we lost some magic there. Magic to heal our guys. Oh, I didn't use a tent. I didn't use a tent. That's what was wrong. Okay, now I can see. So yeah, I know for certain which games I got later on. I got the other Zelda games a bit later on. I remember getting really excited with Zelda 2 for some reason. I don't think I really understood it to be like a particularly bad game at the time. You know, I was just kind of new to it. Kirby's Adventure ended up becoming one of my all-time favorites, but I actually don't. I don't think that was one of the original Virtual Console games that I got. I do remember, due to it being kind of easy, it is one of the very first games that I finished. Like, just in general. So for Virtual Console, I remember I got, is this a game level? I think we're actually good with health. Wait a minute, was this just... That's just where we were. Jesus. Okay, we need to go down here. Anyway, so Star Fox 64 was one of them. I know, Donkey Kong was one of them. I know, Pac-Man on the NES was one of them. I also know that, what else was done? What was, there's F-Zero X, there was, what else? There were 2 Sega Genesis games. There was Sonic 3, not and Knuckles, just Sonic 3, and then there was, Alex Kidd in Miracle World. No, Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, that was the one. That's all I can remember, you know, besides Zelda games. I didn't have any Mega Man games. I didn't have any, like, any other... Wait, no, I did have Super Mario 64. I can't forget about that. I did have that. I'm just waiting until Tele can use his fire. There we go. No, not what I meant to do. Tella's kind of slow too. There we go. Okay, so all these guys will give us treasure. I like treasure. That's not treasure. Okay, poison, so that we can equip with Yang, I think. That might be better. Let's see. 56 right now. 57, awesome. Okay, so these are different guys. None of them of which are affected by physical attacks, I don't think. So let's start with Fire 1 first. I think it's ice that with the yellow cream is weak to. So let's try that. Not really. Fire shield, which will be good for Cecil. There we go. That's all the treasure in here. Oh, man. Tella can't really do much, which, to be fair, it's not that big of a deal, because all those guys are, I believe, are affected by just physical attacks. Mute. So Tella can't even use spells at all. So we gotta get this battle done quickly. Still attacking Tella. And there you go. I believe only a Cure 1 is warranted. It's actually... well, let's use some magic. And let's use a heal. There we go. Okay, that is good for Sid. Awesome. Awesome. Jesus Christ. Yeah, gain level, Tele gain level. So I'm really only going to bother with Cecil's health, I think. There we go. And okay, that would be good for Tel, I believe. Let's try using the wizard, what you may call it. Yep. So that's enough for the treasure around here. Now we gotta continue on. There's actually going to be a pretty major boss fight coming up, and it's really one of the few boss fights that I very clearly remember from the last time I played. Last time I played was like, I think it was 2.5 years ago, roughly. Because I wanted to go through like all the Final Fantasy games on my own. This was really before the idea of the streaming the Super Smash Bros. Project came into being. Let's actually use Tel's magic, I think. Cure 3 for Sid. I think that's all that needed to be healed.